You have to understand what you're doing. If not, you get trapped in this world where you're just investing in letters. You're investing in three-letter symbols, and then all of a sudden the project folds. And you're like, I didn't see this coming. It's because you've got to have a good perspective.
All right. Welcome back, everybody, to Altcoin Daily. My name's Austin, here with Aaron, joined by the man, the legend, Ben of BitBoy Crypto. Thanks for joining us, man.
Absolutely. Love talking with you guys. Can't wait to get into some good stuff here.
Good. Now, I know you've gotten your new studio. You're all moved in. What else is happening in the BitBoy enterprise in 2022?
Well, that is a loaded question because we have so much. Some stuff I can't even talk about right now. I don't want to front run some big announcements we have coming, but I'll say this: 2022, by the end of this year, we are going to be a lot more involved in several different things, several different areas of crypto. We're going to have some platforms that are be competing with some popular platforms out there in the crypto world that we're excited to debut probably sometime, Q3. Also, politically, we're trying to affect policy and affect change where it comes to crypto blockchain innovation. At the end of April, I'll be heading out to Sacramento to meet with the leader of the California State House, or Senate, I think it is actually. So we're trying to really make an impact. We're not just trying to be, influencers. We're trying to make real impact in the world of blockchain. So that's something we're very passionate about, we care about, and we're crypto 24/7 here, just not while we're recording a show.
Wow, dude, I had no clue. I think that's awesome. I'll have to stay subscribed. For this video, I just want to talk about your strategy in 2022, investing strategy. So just first off, big general question, crypto market this year, you bullish or bearish?
Well, I mean, I think it's definitely leaning more towards bullish right now at this moment, but that can change very quickly. So kind of the way I've described it is, if you were to go back to Q1, for the vast majority of it, it did not feel possible for Bitcoin to get back to all-time highs this year. It felt like we were bear market, things were dragging, there was no momentum, new lows were probably incoming. We had the Russia-Ukraine situation began. And, while we know traditionally you look at markets that tends to, cause more inflation, which is bullish for crypto, but over the long term, we weren't quite sure how this was going to affect stuff, and we still aren't. But it hasn't affected the world of crypto in a dramatic way to the downside so far. So there's good reason to think even the hawkish policies of the Fed, the tightening, those are also not having a dramatic impact right now on the price of Bitcoin. And so the way I've described it is, earlier in the year, it looked improbable that it didn't even look realistic. It now is looking realistic that we could be back at all-time highs by the end of this year. But I'm not quite willing to say it's probable yet. It's starting to feel like it is leaning that direction, but we definitely don't want to make a call too early because we're not quite out of the woods yet.
Mm-hmm. So how has your strategy changed knowing that?
Yeah. So really for us, what we've done this year is we sat down as a team at BitBoy Crypto. I mean, we have over 50 employees right now, and we pulled some of our leaders in and we talked like, what are the things at BitBoy Crypto that we really care about when it comes to investing strategies? What are some things that we can do, to kind of make sure that going forward, we're not making mistakes in the market? And then of course, you guys know people watch what we do and they want to know what we're doing. And so don't want to lead other people astray if we were doing the wrong stuff. So we came up with 5, investing philosophies that are kind of the foundation of what we do at this point. And so those 5 things are, something that has really helped us to kind of narrow and hone down what we think people need to do in the market. The number one, when it comes to these philosophies, is that you have to create a long-term mindset. So when you're creating a long-term mindset, it doesn't matter if it's going up this month or next month. You're in it for the long term. And that doesn't mean you don't make moves along the way, but it does mean you always keep that perspective in front of you. Number 2, you have to understand market behavior. That's something very important. That's where you start to learn about the Bitcoin cycles, the halving, the bear and bull markets we've seen, throughout the history. And then something that a lot of people can relate to, build a balanced portfolio. You have to build a balanced portfolio. You don't go all in on degenerative meme coins. Like, you just don't do that. Now, if you got into crypto that way, then that's fine. Hopefully you made a lot of money. You got to mature your investing strategy. That's not going to work. For every Shiba that exists, which, best performing meme coin of all time, there's 1,000 to 2,000 to 3,000 that never move when people invest in them. So you have those. Number 4 is to become an expert. So what that means is, don't just this year think about how I can make money investing in crypto. Think about what is something you can do to maybe earn money in crypto or to make passive income. And that might be, maybe you become an expert in staking. Maybe you become an expert in NFTs. Maybe you become an expert in Metaverse, gaming. Those are all examples. Trading is another area you can become an expert. And then of course, number 5, navigate crypto safely. And of course, that means don't get hacked, don't get scammed, don't give your private keys away. Also make sure you're, following the tax laws, don't skirt around your taxes. You're going to have to pay that. I think the regulation over the last 6 months is showing that that's the direction it's heading for everybody almost, across the world. So when you take all 5 of those kind of philosophies into consideration, it's really hard to make a big gaping mistake. It's really easy in these topsy-turvy markets to make gigantic mistakes, go all in at the wrong time, pull all your money off at one time. The best thing is a merge of a lot of different philosophies and strategies.
For you personally, in these last few months to the beginning of 2022, has your stablecoin reserves increased? Has your Bitcoin reserves increased, or Ethereum, or has everything stayed the same? Like, where are you kind of shifting that money?
Well, we've shifted a lot to real estate and some business acquisitions that we've made. So obviously, for everyone out there that may not fit, maybe you're not interested in doing that, but we're, certainly interested in expanding our real estate portfolio. I think we have like 10 deals going on right now, somewhere thereabouts. We've got a lot of, properties in our portfolio. We're doing like long-term rentals, multifamily homes and stuff, something we're interested in. So that's one thing that we've done, because obviously they don't make more land, and you see what BlackRock is doing, gobbling up the land. So maybe the housing market is way overheated right now, which I tend to think that it is. Some people don't agree. I do think we might have a bubble that pops there soon. But even if that does happen, we're still comfortable where we're at, adding stuff. So we moved some money over to stablecoins, but that's what we've been doing with it. Of course, we bought the property next to our current location here, so we can expand at some point if we need to. So we've been really looking at kind of diversifying and getting to more areas other than just crypto. There has not been, in my opinion, like a moment where Bitcoin has dropped to a level where I said, okay, we need to gobble it all up at this price right here. If it went below 29K, we could start entertaining some of those ideas. Pretty much mostly our crypto reserves have stayed about the same. We've been taking a few percent off the board here or there. And that's something we learned, you can never take enough profits when the markets are up, because you feel it on the way down. It kind of sucks looking at that portfolio number, even though it has no actual difference in your life day to day. It's just a number on a screen, unless you try to cash it out. But it does kind of have an effect on you. So we've been trying not to really look at the numbers a whole lot other than doing a portfolio video and trying to shift to like, now we've made it in crypto. Like we've made it. We've done very well. What are some other areas we can start kind of getting into? So, we can give better advice other than just a one perspective in one area of investing.
Mm-hmm. And not to negate all the great alpha that you just dropped, but the people want to know, Ben, what's the lowest cap altcoin that you bought recently?
Immutable X. That is, we've really moved away from super low cap coins. Like we're not putting our money in those anymore, especially in this kind of condition in the markets, where we're seeing the popular niches turn over so fast. And we haven't seen outside of, maybe Sandbox or Solana when it was peaking, coins that have really got to tops that we expected. And because of that, people are just moving on to the next niche. So right now it's Metaverse, who knows what it's going to be next, maybe storage coins, something like that. Just pick winners in every area that you want to put money into. But for us, Immutable X, we think is, has a great chance to revolutionize the NFT world. And that's probably the lowest cap that we've bought. I'm not exactly sure where it is right now. Let me pull it up so I can take a quick look at the number so I don't misquote it. I believe it is in the top 100.
And of course, TikTok, GameStop, they're making a lot of quality partnerships.
Yeah, exactly.
Not that this is an Immutable X video, but
right. Of course, we don't do sponsored content on my channel, so this is no way an endorsement of Immutable X. This is all based on Stash. You guys know Stash has been in the NFT world for longer than any of us. He's been begging us all to be in it forever. And of course, now everybody is, but he was talking about this stuff 4 years ago, and he says Immutable X is definitely the one to watch. And I listened to that, and I took it very seriously. Right now, it's coming in at number 130 on CoinMarketCap.com. And when you're looking to invest in lower cap altcoins, you know, getting outside of the top 200 can be a dicey situation. A good sweet spot is between that 100 to 200 range for some coins that are up and comers and some that might be on the downswing that can have a reversal. We saw this with Polygon. We've seen it with plenty of coins. Elron, they fall into the 100s and then they just pop back up into the top 100. And Immutable X is definitely one to watch, especially with all the partnerships.
As we sort of wrap up this video, you listed 5 great pieces of advice at the beginning. What would you say is maybe one little secret that you have in cryptocurrency investing to be wealthy, just that you wish other people understood more?
Yeah. I would just say I understand the value of education in crypto. And that is something, you know, kind of aligned with our fourth philosophy, like becoming an expert in some area in crypto. You have to understand what you're doing. If not, you get trapped in this world where you're just investing in letters. You're investing in three-letter symbols. And then all of a sudden the project folds. You're like, I didn't see this coming. It's because you've got to have a good perspective in the overall, like kind of, the macro, I guess, of crypto. And that makes you make the better decisions in the micro with the smaller decisions. They add up.
And I just want to say, you know, there's many ways to get rich in crypto. Maybe you want to focus on making crypto t-shirts, which we've seen plenty of people do. Or, you know, you went from a team of 5 or 10 to a team of 40. I know the people on your team are doing really well. It's like there's plenty of different ways to join in on crypto without even just investing in a ticker.
Absolutely. And I think that is very, very, very important because so many different niches to make money in crypto and where you can earn passive income or sometimes active income. But you got to pick one. You got to become an expert in one first and really learn how to do that, whether it's yield farming or staking or, you know, like I said, NFTs or NFT trading, whatever it might be. Maybe you're a developer. Maybe that's how you do it. Maybe you write a book. But you got to pick something, become an expert in that area, and then you're going to have a lot of value to add to crypto.
Ben, I love it. Very thoughtful, always very reasonable. Final thoughts for the Altcoin Daily audience on this market.
Yeah, just remember, nobody knows unequivocally where this is going. We can make some guesses, but anyone out there right now, especially, we are in uncharted territory when it comes to the Bitcoin price right now. We should kind of be in the throes of a bear market, but we haven't made new lows, in almost a year now. So we're seeing something we haven't really seen before. So you got to remember, like I said, make sure you diversify your strategies. Don't go all in at any one price point. Dollar cost average in, and over long term, you'll be okay.
Ben, BitBoy Crypto, love it. Thank you very much.
Thank you.